So today I'm gonna be doing a bit of a different video than I usually do. Moving on to a different game, being Animal Crossing. So Animal Crossing came out at the most opportune time back before everything changed due to global events, and with people spending a lot of time at home, it was the perfect game just to sit and relax playing. So, like a lot of other people, I spent a lot of time playing this game over the last 6 months, and I'm going to show you a bit of a tour of my island called The Island. It's a bit of a running joke with my Animal Crossing towns. Like in the very first game, I named my town The Town, and ever since then, it's always been The Town, and this time it's The Island. Very interesting, I know. Very, very creative. But yeah, Animal Crossing has just been the perfect game to play and relax, because there's no objective. You can just play it at your own pace and have fun. So this is my main profile that I have on the island, and I guess I'll start by showing my house. Where better to start? MTV Crib style. So this is the main room of my house. Kind of have it plant and shark themed. You're gonna notice, as you probably also noticed from my character, a lot of the town is going to revolve around fish, partially because I really like fishing in this game, and in real life I'm a fish biologist. So I have all of the shark models, a lot of plants, and the shark tooth fossil from Helicoprion. And this train set is kind of out of place, but it was actually the first piece of furniture I got in the game, other than starting furniture, and it's just stayed ever since. I like the way this room is just kind of come together, monochrome and black in color. Just, I don't know, I find it very aesthetic. And the wallpaper is the first wallpaper that I got from Wisp, the ghost. So that's the main room. And Driving is the best KK song, and I will not accept anything else. So over in the left room, I've made it kind of a workshop area. This is where I do most of the crafting when I'm bulk crafting furniture and everything. So just a nice little brick room, brick wall, brick floor. Just kind of gave it like a garage or workshop feel to it. Nothing too exciting with this room, but I find it nice. One of my preferred rooms that I've made so far. And going from one of my favorite rooms to one of my least favorite rooms I've made, the room in the back. Nothing too special, just kind of a kitchen, white checkered floor, a little eating area, dining table I guess, and kitchen. Yeah, nothing too special with this one. Might end up redoing this room, but it's staying for now. Then over on the right side of my house, just have a cozy little bedroom. More fish. Have a bluegill and a killifish. I like killifish because one of my first thesis projects was on a species of killifish, so hold a special place in my heart. Then, yeah, just a little bedroom area, the lounge, like sofa for lounging, and bed and everything, dark wood themed. Yeah, just nice cozy bedroom. And then moving on to the upstairs. I have a little kind of office study area, nice fireplace, and again, the fish theme coming through, having all the fish related fossils, or most of them. Well, arowana in the corner and betta fish on the top shelf. And just a nice little study office. Got some artwork. Most of it's fake. I've had really bad luck with Red, not having any real art pieces when he comes, so might as well buy something for him for decoration. And yeah, I don't know, I really like this room too. I mean, I've seen much better rooms online from different people, but I don't know, I like this one. And then, you can probably guess what the basement's going to be. You know, the meme, like, video games let people live out their wildest fantasies. Well, this is the fish room, where I have a collection of a lot of fish. So over here, besides the sturgeon, I have a lot of the smaller fish, and a frog. Over here, a lot of the bigger fish, like the snakehead and the gar. Got the Polypterus. You know, all these fish. I have most of the 15K bell fish. I got the golden trout and on top of the stringfish, then the dorado, the coelacanth, and the barrel eye. You know, just as a bit of a flex. That bass was the first fish I caught in the game, like the cast the fishing line, very first one I got. So he gets to stay. Then over here, have some of the diving creatures added in. You know, just to add some diversity. Yeah, nice little fish keeping room. One day I'd like to have a room like that of my own, but you know, not with those species exactly, but you know, that kind of feel to a room. It seems like every fish researcher I know has a room like that in real life, so. But yeah, then we have kind of my yard. This is a pet turtle, snapping turtle. His name's Torque. It's a little doghouse. We gotta have a lawnmower to keep the lawn mowed. Got an Arapaima, an Arapaima model. I like the red and black color of the arowana, so then, or the Arapaima, so I made a garden with red and black. Tulips, you know, fit the theme. Gotta have a barbecue for grills. And yeah, that's about it for the yard area. And kind of a joke area of my island, we got Trilo Beach. Before diving was added in July, all of the horseshoe crabs here were originally trilobite fossils, but then they added the horseshoe crabs, so I added them in, even though they're not closely related to trilobites. You know, they look like them, so had to include that. Still make use of that small beach. Then have a little place, little peninsula. Didn't have much else to do with it, so added a telescope, you know, and a nice little swinging bench. Of course, gotta have more fish models. This area I call Dinosaur Alley, just some of my favorite dinosaur fossils on display. Nice little decoration area. Then kind of get into some of the more neighborhoody areas of my village. Can't forget the crab shrine. Crab on the golden crab table. Guess I'll go into my villagers' houses. I'll show some of them off. A lot of people pick and choose their villagers really pickily, but I just, you know, they're like, oh, I need to have this villager, this villager, this villager, and then everyone's islands ends up with the same 5 villagers on it, but I just went with, you know, the first ones to move in were the ones I kept. So, got Renee, doing some crafting. I already have it. DIY. I have most of them at this point now. Playing pretty much every day for 6 months when not much else to do. A good pseudo social interaction with Animal Crossing, but you know, she's got a pretty cool house. Dig the theme of it. I like rhinos in real life, so don't mind having her in my village. Though a lot of people don't like her, she's one of the least popular villagers, but no, popularity is not everything. Have a nice little seating area, and got a little kind of fake display of Triceratops with the tree standees and everything. Here we got the resident smug villager, Ken. One of my friends really likes Ken, so... and I like him too. Again, a lot of people don't like the chickens in this game, but... completely throwing shade, everyone's villager that I've seen online just has the same 5 villagers. It's all about popularity. They're like, oh no, don't shame people for their looks, and then shame ugly villagers off their island. We got Q. I had him also way back in the day on one of my GameCube islands, so if you didn't know, that's where he gets his name. His house was GameCube themed in the first Animal Crossing. I don't know if Cube's hitting on me or not, but might be. Interpret it that way. Again, since I don't really go villager hunting all that often, I haven't had a villager move out on my island since I started, so haven't spent a lot of Nook Miles tickets. And here's Hazel. She was one of the first 2 villagers on my island, so special place for her. But as you can probably guess from her unibrow, she's not one of the most popular villagers either. And he just ran off somewhere, but we got Teddy. He was also one of the first villagers on my island. Got big eyebrows. But yeah, so those are all the villagers in this first little neighborhood. I know, I guess the way my mind works is very like grid, square shaped, so that's why I have the villagers in kind of grid pattern like this. Of course, it's Saturday, so we have KK on concert, we got Margie hanging out, listening to some tunes. Yeah. Of course, have a little bit of decoration by villager services, a little brick fenced area, and some shrubs. Then you have what I call Goldfish Park, because it has a bunch of goldfish. For a while I was going to make my town orange colored in theme because of the native fruit that you can probably guess being oranges. So that's why right outside the airport we have the Orange Rose Garden and Goldfish Park because they're gold, orange colored. Yeah, we got Popeye, the Ranchu, and the regular goldfish. And no, I have a 5-star town, so subtle flex, but I'm just running out of places to put the Jacob's ladders. And speaking of flex, this is what I call the flex garden. You know, got the golden roses, got golden fish models, Dorado, the arowana, and the golden trout, and then just more places to put some lily of the valleys. This is also the area where I have the shop, so you know, have the Able sisters. I put it next to the beach because in the first game that's where they were, so I kept it like that. And then we have Granny and a little bench to play chess on over there. Then over this way leads back to my house. This lake or pond has been in the village since I started. I haven't touched it at all. I'm gonna try to leave it as pristine as possible. Part of the reason why I grouped a lot of my buildings together is so I'd have a lot more of like natural areas. You know, keep it a bit of a foresty vibe. There's a fight with Isabelle because she kept saying I had too many trees. Here we have a nice little beach area with all the amenities of the beach, like surfboards, life buoys. We got beach balls, beach towels, nice little beach area. And then moving on this way, we have another one of the neighborhoods. I also grouped the village, like the little neighborhoods into flowers. So that first one was windflower themed, and then this one tulip themed. The other one has her own tulip garden. Patty, I had her back in my first New Leaf town as well, so familiar face. If I was gonna have anyone move into my town, sadly, I would probably be Patty, since, again, I've already had her in a recent game, but I don't like letting anyone move out because it's sad. Anyways, we also got Sure. He's a fan favorite. I had no idea. Again, he was just the first lazy villager to move into my town, so kept him around. Even though he's a bit weird. But yeah, he's definitely one of the more popular villagers online. So he's also on the short list if I ever let anyone move out. Not to be a hipster. But people get way too aggressive with the villagers they have on their island. I mean, we all know the rain. That suckerfish pretty much sums up my luck. Yeah, here we just have a little bit of a coconut forest. Didn't want them spread out all over my beaches, so clustered a lot of them here for beetle hunting. And we have some of the fishing racks from the fishing tourney. Thought it'd be a cool little kind of a little pseudo fish market. And we got whale shark, never to return to the sea, but can always be close by to it. I don't know if that's a little evil. Again, I like doing these little seating areas, even though my villagers never use them. Again, just a nice little forest area leading into the museum. I have a lot of the smaller fossils on display, including some of my favorites like the Anomalopteris and the Ectostega, and two of my favorite extinct animals of all time, the Dimetrodon and Dunkleosteus. I don't know how to pronounce it. But gotta have them on display, kind of give you a taste of what's going to be in the museum. I won't go through the museum since everyone's museums are basically the same. I have the fossil exhibit completed and only one fish and one bug left, but like I said before, I haven't had much luck with the art. Up this way, we have one of my other villager houses on top of that cliff. I'll show it in a second. But got a little Finding Nemo reference. Over here, call it the Isopod Council. Just have a giant isopod chilling on a stone bench. Over here, the island is 100% on renewable energy, so gotta keep things green. With solar and wind power. And then, I'll show you it up here. Another little seating area, but kind of a lawn area for my second villager's house. I'll give you a tour of that. So, like I said before, the Dimetrodon is one of my favorite animals from prehistory, so had to include a little little shrine to him. This is why I also made other accounts. Partially was so I could get multiple, special, weekly there's special villagers, so I could get multiple items from them, like Gulliver and CJ and Flick. And also so I could make more rooms, have more options. So yeah, nothing too special about this room except the Dimetrodon shrine. And then over here, this room kind of just came together randomly because in a day I just seem to have got all the classroom items from trees and villager mail, so got a little classroom area. definitely wouldn't pass the social distancing guidelines that the schools are putting in place, but, just a nice little classroom. And then, moving on to the back room, it's going to be similar to the right room in my first house. Just a little cozy little bedroom. Have some arthropods on display with the Hercules beetle and the scorpion. Yeah, just a nice little cottagecore vibes, I guess, but nice little room. Nothing too fancy. Again, despite playing so much time in this game, there are plenty of more creative and people better at design than me. Over here is just sort of another room that came together. No real theme beyond the color blue. So we got some blue fish models, some blue creatures, blue wallpaper. Yeah. If I was green, I would die, but da. That was really lame. I'm not funny, but yeah, just a little blue room. Nothing too special. A lot of the rooms I make, I guess, are just color themed. Speaking of color themed rooms, got a nice little cozy red bedroom up here with some red fish. Another Anomalocaris fossil. Yeah, just a cozy little red bedroom. Nothing too fancy. And then this room in the basement is probably the room that took the most time to get together. Just sort of a nice lounge area, but with amiibos that may or may not have been acquired through legitimate means. I have posters for every villager that I've had through the years on all the different games. So some of my favorites, like Poncho and Drift up there. Yeah, but these are villagers that I've had in different towns since the GameCube days. And obviously some villagers have been removed from the game, so I don't have them included. Like Bessie from the GameCube, but don't ask me why I remember all of them. I have a really particular memory. Yeah, so took a while, because you can only get 5 posters a day through ordering. So, yeah. Just a little bit of a lounge with all the posters. One of the rooms I like the most, probably. Put the most time into. But yeah, that's the second house for my second profile. Moving on. I guess we'll go back down this way. I missed some stuff. And we got a cannon from Gulliver. And kind of a nice little reference to the university I did my undergrad in. There's a tradition with a cannon. Gotta have that. Then nothing too special, just, again, my brain works at right angles, so I have a little fruit orchard. Don't pay attention to the poison barrel in the back, but yeah, just a little orchard. And moving on to the last little neighborhood kind of area, we have my snooty and cranky villagers, Cyrano and Willow. And this area of town is rose-themed. I put most of the roses. Over the time, I've given my villagers a lot of gifts, and it's really messed up kind of the aesthetic of their house, so Cyrano is definitely one of those. Yeah, I guess I passed it, I completely missed it, but my third profile, you just heard name's LRT. Surprise, surprise, it's my initials, but I couldn't think of anything else to name him. Of course, right outside the anteater's house, gotta put a termite mound and an ant model. Some creepy statues over here. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to get that. Get it later. Back here, we got a nice little rose garden. Aesthetically tiled. And then over here is another area I've spent a lot of time on. Beetle garden. So we have a lot of the beetle models just kind of scattered about. Not all of them, but most of them. This is part of the reason why I made multiple profiles, so I could get 3 models at a time when Flick shows up. So, another week, I should have most of them next time Flick comes. Yeah, a nice little... You know, my island has a lot of fish representation, but not a lot of bug representation. And I like beetles, they're probably my favorite group of insects. If you didn't know, 1 out of 4 animals on the planet is a beetle, so pretty successful. I'll head back down this way to show my 3rd profile's house. Saw it before, it's blue in color on the beach. All the way back down. I got, again, more fish models with the ocean sunfish, a little lounge area. Cube is taken advantage of. So nothing too special going on with this house, it's fairly new. But first room, working on a little cabin themed. Still a few pieces of furniture that I need for this set, like the decorative shelf and the wood pile, but you know, just got a wood burning stove, different types of salmon. Yeah, just very, very cabin themed. I'll save that room for last, but in the side room, again, I said a lot of my rooms are color themed, so this is a green room. Green piranha in the back, and some plants. Might add some more plants into it. I like this room. I don't know, it looks... I like the combination of the old ironwood furniture and green wallpaper. Again, nothing too fancy, but my designs are always either super complex or super minimalist. Really isn't much in between. And then over here, you know, with the current situation, haven't been going to the gym as often, so decided to make my own little construction yard gym. I've been told it looks like a prison yard, but that's not what I intended. Just thought it would be kind of funny to have a construction site, but it's all just exercise stuff. I don't know. I think of weird things. But yeah. Little gym. Home gym. In the back is probably one of the most absurd rooms I've made so far, but just like the Dimetrodon shrine, it's a shrine to one of my favorite fish, being the coelacanth. So, yep, gotta have as many coelacanths as possible. The king of fish, in my opinion. Also, fun fact. I do a lot of fun facts, right? So, fun fact, coelacanths are more closely related to humans than to other types of fish like bass. And like the group of fish called bony fish, which is generally what you think of when you think of a fish. Yeah. They're like regular fish, quote unquote, are in the group Actinopteri, the rayfin fish, or bony fish, Osteoichthyes, and then coelacanths and humans are in the same group of Sarcopterygi, being lobed fin fish. So yeah, surprise, you're a fish. I was thinking about making a video essay video about how there's no such thing as a fish, but I might do that in the future. Moving into the back end of my town, we have Bamboo Grove, where I just let the lilies grow wild, but want to have somewhere to have bamboo growing on the island. You know, some of the bamboo and Asia themed furniture. Then also a pyramid on the sand because I didn't have anywhere else to put it. Then already walked by it, but I'll go back. There's a nice little rock spa with some vampire squids for nice bioluminescent ambient lighting at night. Again, nothing too special. My island's not the best out there, but I'm happy with it. And moving up here, we have tulip fields. Going back to my Dutch roots, tulips are my favorite flower. Gotta have as many of them as possible. Too bad there's no like old school themed windmill, or else I'd put it here. But have some bee and wasp models and some beehives, just to encourage pollination. Then over here, more kind of farm themed stuff, being the wheelbarrow and the silo, the well. This area was where I've been breeding flowers to get all the hybrids, but don't really need any more of those, so it's empty. Might do something with it later. A little bit of forced perspective with the lighthouse to make it look proper sized. This area is where I've laid out where I might make a 4th account, if I decide to get to it. So, representation for Godzilla back there. Yeah, this part of town kind of left mostly untouched to just have, nice little pine forest. But you can see more lily of the valleys growing along the cliff everywhere that I haven't done anything with. This area coming up is a bit of a shrine to my recently deceased betta fishes, Rango and Silverstein. I had each of them for about a year and a half, and sadly both passed away from dropsy. If you know anything about betta fish, you know that. But nice little monument to them. I don't know if this means I'm coping well or not with it, but have colored roses to go along with their colors. They both had red fins, so red roses, and blue for Rango, black and white for Silver. And yeah, just mentioning I had 2 betta fishes. No, they were not in the same tank, obviously. They had their own separate, heated, filtered 5-gallon aquariums. Betta fish do not belong in bowls. So, just a bit of preaching. Yeah, just a nice little forest area. And in the forest, that's where you go camping. So here's where my campsite is. Have it very heavily wooded with some holly bushes, and a little campfire. Tried to make it as campy as possible. Then in the back is about the last kind of area I've worked on. It's a little fishing area, fishing hole. So I got some seats and some fishing poles to use. The little kind of trophy area, I guess, hang out between fishing. With some of the smaller fish kind of just catch. Yes, I'm playing in the Northern Hemisphere. Yes, this is a pond smelt, which is only available in the winter. I'm not a time traveler, but I know someone in the Southern Hemisphere. So it's legitimate. I don't have anything against people who choose to time travel in this game. It's just not for me. I play Animal Crossing to relax. I don't see it as something to rush and complete. Things are meant to go day by day. And I know having multiple accounts so I can get multiple Gulliver items and stuff is a bit hypocritical to that, but always gotta catch the fish, you never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, and then there's a little staircase back here for easy red access, because I was tired of always having to run back and get my ladder. I think that's about it for my town. Yeah, so, you know, nothing too special. There's more well-designed towns out there. My cousin has a really good town that puts mine to shame. But, again, Animal Crossing for the GameCube. I don't think I mentioned, but it was my first video game ever that I owned. So, the games hold a special place. For me, just nice and relaxing, able to just vibe out and play for a couple hours a day to relax. No stress, no goals, no penalties. Just get the vibe and shoot some presents out of the sky. The way I'm recording through my PC, there's a bit of a lag, so. Yeah. I know I'm kind of making this video after the Animal Crossing hype has passed, but again, with the way everything is in the world right now, Animal Crossing coming out when it did, you know, at least gave me something to do for the past 6 months, and something to relax. So, with that, I think that'll about do it for this video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.